How's it going, guys? So, as I'm sure you can already tell, this is not RuneScape 3. Don't worry, I've not quit RuneScape 3. I'm still playing it. Actually, my account's AFKing at the moment as we record this. However, I have started making an old school account. Now, this is because I wanted to get into PKing. And obviously, RuneScape 3, you can still find a few fights in the wilderness, but it's just not the same. And I love the idea of a PvP world on old school RuneScape. Now, I used to play RuneScape for quite a while back in the day, so all of this isn't too new to me. I do understand how everything sort of works and all that. Obviously, it's a lot different back then, so I've still got bits to learn. But the only problem is that I'm going to have is I am a terrible PKer. Now, I can PK in RS3 a little bit, not perfectly, but a bit, because I understand how all the abilities and stuff work. However, obviously, in old school, that's a completely different story. So hopefully this will be quite a funny series for you guys to watch. But anyway, let's get on to the rules of the account, because I have attached a few rules to it to make it a little bit more entertaining. Rule number 1. This account is going to be completely and only based on a PvP world. However, if I am in the wilderness on the PvP world, I can switch world to any world that I'm allowed access to. However, that is only allowed in the wilderness. If I teleport out, I have to then hop worlds back to the PvP world before I do anything else. Or, if I'm about to exit the wilderness by running, I have to either jump over the wall if someone's chasing me and then hop world, or hop world before I jump over the wilderness ditch. So, it's going to be completely bound to PvP world. This is going to make me have to learn to level my account and make money in a completely different way than usual. There's not going to be any mindless grinding, not paying any attention, because obviously if I take anything out, it's sort of a risk. I could then lose all that at any time if someone sees me and they're in my combat range. So that's going to make it a little bit interesting that way. Rule number 2 is this account has to be 100% self-sufficient. I do get a 7-day free trial from the membership at the beginning here, but I want to take advantage of that and make this account 100% self-sufficient, meaning I want it to be able to fund its own bonds for membership, and if I can't get that after the 7 days, then I'll have to go back to free to play until I can afford it. But I think we can do it. I think we can pull it together and get that first bond, and once we've got that first bond, we should be sort of smooth sailing from there, as long as we can find a money making method that can sort of fund us enough GP per hour. I can always just grind out those hours to make sure I've got that bond ready for the next one. Rule number 3 is no help from anyone else. So none of my friends can help me out by giving me money for a bond if I'm short. No one can give me any gear to help me out. No loans on items, anything like that. I am going to be able to PK with people and split loot or anything like that, just like a normal game, but I'm just not going to take any donations in any way whatsoever. I will be AFKing and leveling up off of recordings as well. It's not going to be something that I'm going to show every single step of the way, because that would be incredibly boring for you, and I don't want to make it like stupidly long and dragged out. So as you can see on screen now, the free trial is there. So that's what we're going to take advantage of, just to get that 1 week and hopefully be able to get our bond self-sufficient. Now, there's one thing I wanted to mention just before we move on to the actual content of the video, and that is I am a terrible PKer. Now, that might sound stupid considering I'm making a PKing account, and that's what this series is going to be about, but it's just how it is, and we're going to have to learn on the way, so that's going to be part of the adventure as well. So any tips, any help, any ideas on what I can do to improve, drop them in the comments, let me know what you think, and always, guys, share your thoughts. So here we are in the PvP world, people running around killing each other already. So I guess this is where our adventure is going to be beginning then. However, I don't really want to be starting in Lumbridge. Now, I'm going to head over to the Grand Exchange and just chuck all my stuff in the bank there, because I think what I'm going to do to begin is just do a bit of looting, see if I can pick up some items, maybe some food, potions or anything like that, and then I can sell them off and get myself a little bit of starting cash. So, we're here at the Grand Exchange. There's a lot of people PKing around here. Obviously, one day, hopefully that's going to be us on this account. So, let's just chuck all of our stuff in the bank here, and then we'll get out there and see if we can find any items that are going to be worth our time picking up. Now, I've got a feeling there's going to be a ton of competition on this. I know there's a lot of bots that do this, and obviously there's going to be other players like myself who have just started out and want to get a bit of cash to begin with. So, we've been looting for about 10-15 minutes now. We've got a few items, but not all that much. There's too much competition. So, I've been to the bank. I've picked up my short bow and my bronze arrows that I've started with. And I'm just going to be using this to try and scare off of the looters to see if I attack them, if it'll move them away from my loot piles. Don't expect any kills, guys. I'm level 3 with 1 range. I'm using bronze arrows on a short bow. And, well, I mean, I probably won't be able to kill them even if I did have enough anyway. So, that's the idea at the moment. Get them away from any loot pile that we can find. And then, hopefully, we'll be back soon with a decent amount of stuff to sell. So, after looting for around about half an hour, we've managed to scrape together about 66k. It's not that much, but it'll get us started. I've decided rather than running around trying to compete with bots to get some loot, a little bit frustrating and boring, I'm going to do something even probably more slightly boring, but consistent. I'm going to buy some Flax. You'll see that I put a quantity of around about 11k in a second. I decided that would probably absolutely destroy my brain, so I've halved that down to 5k. I'm not going to spend all 5,000 of that. I figured seeing as it's only like 3 or 6 GP each, I'm going to be keeping it in the bank and just sort of leaving it there just for a rainy day maybe if I want to just go and AFK something in a safe area. Obviously spinning Flax in Lumbridge is going to be safe because I'm going to be in the castle and it's a safe zone, no PK is going to be able to kill me. And I figured I can do that to make a little bit of starting cash. Well, hey, you need 10 crafting to spin bowstrings. Who would have guessed? Well, obviously, if I'd just sort of checked that first, I could have saved a bit of time and teleport and stuff. So I'm back now cutting opals. If I don't crush, 6 out of... Oh no, I've crushed 6 and I've got 2. Well, this might take a while. It might be a little bit of money, but we're going to get to that 10 crafting and then we'll go back. Oh, look, level 2. And then we'll go back and we'll spin our Flax and we'll get that starting cash that we needed. So, level 10, time to get ourselves down to Lumbridge. We can chuck all this stuff away once we finish this inventory. And then we'll get ourselves to that spinning wheel and we'll spend a little bit of time making our starting cash. Now that we're here, we're going to make all this Flax, just do a few trips up and down. I'm not going to show you guys the whole process. That would bore the hell out of your mind, I'm sure. But we're going to spin a bit of Flax for about 110, 120k per hour. Get back to Grand Exchange and get a little bit of gear. And then we're going to start leveling up our range. But I didn't want to start doing that without any money because if I just start shooting away, eventually I'm going to run out of ammo and I'm going to be struggling to do anything else. Well, we managed to get ourselves 33 crafting. This is the last inventory that I'm going to be doing of spinning bowstrings for now. We managed to get ourselves 1,228 bowstrings. So we're going to chuck all of our stuff away in the bank and head over to the Grand Exchange. But not before I realised that I've actually bought teleports. So we're going to grab a Barrett teleport and head over there this way now. So now that we're here, guys, we're going to sell off these bowstrings. Hopefully we've made a little bit of profit off this. So we've got 115k worth of bowstrings. So that brings our cash file to 153k. So that's not too bad whatsoever. So what we're going to do is buy ourselves some range gear. And what I want to do with that is go back to the Lumbridge Castle. Obviously because it's safe. And I noticed while I was spinning these bowstrings that on that floor with the spinning wheel, there's 3 men, well, 2 men and a woman. And what I'm going to do now is head back there, seeing as it's a safe area, take my crappy leather gear and my bronze and iron arrows and start killing these guys to level up my range. So I'm just going to go on a bit of a slaughter fest in here and get my range up. It's probably going to take a little while, but what you can get from here, as you can see in my inventory, is a few herbs. So this will make us a little bit of profit while we're doing that. So that's 20 range. We're going to head now over to the Chaos Druids under Edgeville Dungeon to level a little bit quicker. Our goal now is to get to 28 range and get the Dorgeshan crossbow. I probably pronounced that terribly, but we're going to get the Dorgeshan crossbow after 1 more level now and head out to the sand crabs to level up a little bit quicker. I want to be able to AFK and just sort of push my range up to around about 50 or 51, so that's going to be our next goal. We've finally got our Dorgeshan crossbow, equipping it for the first time. We've got some range pots ready, we've got some stamina pots, and we've got all of our food. We're just going to use jugs of wine, so we're going to head to the sand crabs. So, while we're here at the sand crabs, this guy with the rune sim and the iron armor came and tried to crash our spot. obviously it's a PvP world. He tried to attack me before he actually came and tried to crash it. I did ask him to leave, but he refused. But it's just a bit funny that about 5 seconds later, I'm not even joking, this guy came and he started killing him. So I guess that's just a little bit of karma for you. So it's just a bit of a shame that I couldn't attack him myself, but I probably would have died anyway. So now that we've been here for quite a while, we've managed to reach 51 range. It has taken a little while, but I've got a bit of an idea of what I want to do next, seeing as I don't want to just stay here, just leveling up my range. I need to start making a little bit of cash. So the idea was to come and take a little bit of an idea from Torvesta's video where he goes to the Black Chins and tries to kill people there. I'm still a low level, so I'm able to attack the low level ones. So my first sort of PKing bit for you guys, so enjoy this. It's not going to be absolutely amazing, I can probably promise you that now, but we're going to give it a good go. So I'm here at Chins. I hopped around a little bit and found this guy that I decided would be an absolutely perfect target to attack apparently, and then instantly thought nope when I realised what he was wearing. So I've hopped over and I found my first culprit. I'm going to attack him now, or her even, and you'll see just what I meant earlier when I said I'm not the best PKer. I'm going to chase her away, barely doing any damage, just attacking without, like a noob with no range potion or anything. You'll see I run out of run energy, and then I have to drink a stamina potion. She just sort of stands there and doesn't have a care in the world, and then you'll notice that I just sort of walk away in shame when I realise I'm not going to get it. Now, it is going to get a little better than that, guys, so I'm going to leave you here now with a little bit of music just to watch on my progression there.
Nope. Oh, shit!
So, luckily I did manage to get away from that guy. It was a bit close, but I've decided to come back to the GE, stop being a bit of an idiot, make some more GP just by crushing these unicorn horns here, and then get myself some ranging potions and some stamina potions to go back with.
Nope. Oh, shit!
So, here we are at the end of the video, guys. I hope that you've enjoyed it. It's been a different experience for me doing old school and trying to learn to PK. As you can see, I wasn't amazing, but I did manage to get a couple of kills. We have managed to get to 52 range, 33 crafting in this video, and we have made around about 156k. So it hasn't gone too terribly. I think I've done not too bad whatsoever for myself. Future goals for this video is going to be progressing more with the range and the magic, making a little bit more money. We've got 106k cash pile now, and a bit of gear in the bank. So we're going to try and turn that into a lot more. I do hope you liked this video, guys. I've put a lot of effort into it. So please do like and subscribe and tell me what you think, how I can improve and what you'd like to see and what bits maybe could have been left out if there was any that you would rather not have seen. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Do appreciate it. Take care. See you later.